How many times do I have to tell you? If you said that recently and your kid still didn't do it, it's time for a breath. Because what you're seeing isn't actually defiance. It isn't laziness either. It isn't disrespect. It's a brain that's still being built. Here's what we actually ask of our kids when we give them an instruction. Hear it, remember it, hold on to it, while a dozen other things around you compete for your attention. Decide when to act on it, then follow through without me standing over you. It's not a simple task. That's an executive function sequence. And for middle schoolers, especially, that system is literally still under construction. The part of the brain that manages executive function won't fully develop until they're mid-20s. So when you've said it 5 times and nothing's happened, it's not that they don't love you. It's not that they don't care. It's that the scaffolding isn't finished yet. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. When we repeat ourselves with more volume, more edge, more frustration, we feel like we're solving the problem. We're not. The moment a child senses that tension rising, something shifts in them neurologically, and they stop thinking and they start reacting. Fight, flight, or freeze kicks in. The backpack gets grabbed, the homework gets shoved in the bag, and you think, finally. But the next morning, it's the same story because fear can produce a moment of action. It cannot build a habit. And a child who only moves when the temperature rises hasn't learned anything except how to read your mood. What we actually want is quieter than compliance. We want a kid who, somewhere in the back of their mind, hears their own voice say, wait, what do I still need to do? That voice doesn't arrive on its own. It doesn't come from enough reminders or enough consequences. It gets built through the right kinds of conversations, repeated over time until it becomes theirs. So instead of reminding them after things fall apart, start thinking before. Just a few simple questions before the chaos kicks in. What do you still have on your plate today? What is your plan for getting it done? What's the first thing you're going to do when you walk in the door? It might feel repetitive. It might even feel a little pointless at first. You're not just giving information. You're doing something far more powerful. You're lending them your prefrontal cortex while theirs is still catching up. You're being the voice of planning, of sequence, of what comes next, until slowly they don't need to borrow yours anymore. A kid who does it, that's the real goal. A kid who does it because something inside them has learned how to think it through. So the next time you catch yourself on the 5th reminder at the end of your rope, pause before the volume rises, because what your kid needs in that moment is a question, a patient one, a guiding one. What's your plan? 3 words. And over time, those 3 words do more than 100 reminders ever could. You're building your child's ability to think, plan, and follow through. And that kind of work actually lasts.